Boom. 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 Is this working now? Am I live? Couldn't tell y'all. Ooh. Couldn't tell you if I'm live or not, if I'm working, yes or no. Ah, it's working. All right. Good morning, guys. George Gonzalez, your realtor with Houston Interior Real Estate, and waiting for my guest. But what we're going to talk about now, just a quick intro. Okay. So we're going to have first guest of this mini series with Donald Stutson of Spectra Strength and Conditioning. So he's going to come on live with me, and we're going to talk about the effects of the shutdown, not only on like business, and then we'll talk also, what we can do, like staying fit at home, the challenges, and then what we're going to do moving forward. So that's what we're going to do there. So we'll see how it works. We'll see how it works, y'all. So did it share? It did share. I'm gonna go here. So we're just gonna kill some time. We'll kill some time here. If you have any questions, drop them below. And we'll see. Gotta bring out the graphics card here. I mean, only the best for y'all. What else? Think this would be good. I have terrible handwriting, like not even funny. Boom. Staying fit during the lockdown. Yes. Got the colors. Just gotta wait. Gotta wait for the guest. See how we're doing. Yeah, again, drop any questions that you may have. Um, any fitness questions, business related questions, anything of that nature will be accepted. Here we are. Man of the hour. Here we go. We're gonna go. Boom. Hey, what's up?
Man, what's going on, dude?
How you doing, sir?
Man, life is pretty good. It's as good as it can be.
All right. So just want to welcome Donald Stutson to the live stream. He's coming live out of Stafford, Texas, in the gym. And Donald, how about you just introduce yourself? Give us a quick introduction.
My name is Donald Stutson. I'm the owner, head coach of Spectra Strength and Conditioning. We're out here in Stafford, Texas. I've been going at it for nearly 7 years, and pretty much that's the rundown.
That's crazy. It's already been 7 years, so you're creeping up, hopefully, to 10 years pretty soon.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of moving into that OG range.
That's good to hear. Now, since you've been around for a little bit, it's is it kind of crazy, business wise, having to deal with something like this? I think probably for the first time, not only maybe in your life, but especially as a business owner.
Definitely. This is the first time. I think most people our age have encountered a pandemic or something that was on a global scale that no one could run from it. Whether you're Microsoft or whether you're a gym. I mean, this is affecting us all. So it's definitely some tough times. But I just think this is where perseverance comes through it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Perseverance. Interesting just to see how all the different types of businesses, have adjusted. You always have to adjust, whether it's a pandemic or new trends, right? Especially with fitness, right? There's always new trends. There's always new, the Instagram workout, etc. Fit T, fill in the blank, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is forcing a whole different type of trend in fitness. It's no longer the amenities that everyone's used to. No matter what your style of fitness is, whether you're a CrossFitter, whether you spin, yoga, boot camp, doesn't matter. You're now in a position where you're going to have to adapt to the times that are changing.
Awesome. So, what are kind of the changes, adjustments that you've had to run into, and any challenges in those adjustments?
Some of the major adjustments definitely came when we went to a virtual class setting. That is just something that is just had to be done. So what I did is I loaned out my equipment to my athletes. Why just have the equipment here? It's just going to sit there and just do nothing. So everyone came in, raided the gym, took dumbbells, plates, barbells, kettlebells, bands. I think the only thing they didn't take were the rowers, and you weren't going to get those anyways, and my plyometric boxes. But for the most part, whatever they felt they needed, they could grab. And we host class at 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, and hey, we still keep our same template.
That's good. That's good. So it's an adjustment, but it looks like the members are still able to get the service. What can you advise, like anyone watching that is trying to stay fit at home and is just like anything else, right? The fridge is a few steps away. Um, what are some what are some tips that you can pass along? Either staying mentally strong or maybe some different routines. Just trying to be healthy.
I would tell anyone is just find your quarantine groove is what I like to call it. So, if you're physically active, stay physically active. I definitely recommend if you have some gym equipment at home to get into a virtual setting like that, which we have at Spectra, and get accountability partners. Everyone is connected at this point, right? I'm connected to you, you're connected to your neighbor, et cetera. So we all kind of have to work this together. So far as life in the fridge in quarantine mode, I think a lot of people just get a little bored, or even a lot of this anxiety and stress from this can cause just poor eating habits. But I really tell people it's okay to, enjoy a few things here and there. But, if you go buy a family size pack of Oreos and that your weakness, that's probably not the best thing, but it's okay to go get it some things here and there. But, every trip to the store should not be a trip to the store to grab a 6-pack or a 12-pack or things like that. But it really just achieve that balance, create a flow. Like, hey, I'm going to work up, even if I'm going to work out 30 minutes, fine. I'm going to work out. I'm going to get into my groovy breakfast, get whatever workout I need to get done. And also make that human connection, reach out, call family, get on virtual calls. Use the technology around you. If this had happened 100 years ago, we'd be toast, right? But we can we can pick up our phones and FaceTime our parents, everything like that. And so it's kind of hard to say, oh, there's nothing we can do. So technology has kind of allowed us to bridge all the gaps.
Yeah, I mean it's a crazy time, but I think definitely we have all the tools to essentially survive and at least make it more entertaining to be at home. Like we have, streaming, so you can stream anything, you watch anything you want. Just look at this technology that we have here that we're using. We're able to interview, have a full conversation, and spread it to the world, literally just from our house or any setting, any private setting. And 5 years ago, this would have taken way more effort. So yeah, I think it's, I guess, counting blessings in a sense of like, hey, we'll make this. Just hey, let's just enjoy the time that we have for the time being. So what are some things that I would say, I don't know, benefit, but something that has surprised you that you've been able to do while being locked down personally?
I would say some of the hobbies I picked up. I mean, of course, anyone that really knows me knows, I like to hang out in the kitchen. But really, some things that we've been doing with some of the members in our gym is we've been having like these virtual like cooking classes, not necessarily hosted by me, but we've had, some of our athletes friends and family to come together to show us how to do some things that, I think in a normal setting, we probably wouldn't have, one of our athletes, of course, Rosie taught us how to make pupusas. That is not an easy task, but I don't think we would have been up to the task to make, what appears to be a very simple type of dish if we just didn't have this time to sit still, or, we've learned to cook some Filipino dishes and things like, so it's pretty cool just like picking up hobbies. But then I think also in the midst of it, you start to entertain this idea of, I've got a different type of time on my hands. Why don't I start to develop some things that maybe years ago I didn't have the time to do, but now I have some time to do, whether it's some type of reading or some other kind of craft, things like that. So, or even sharpen some other skills. And so that's some things I've been working on, ways to get sharper and get some other kind of, tools in, the bag, whether it's, in my case, learning different type of strength techniques, or bettering the business side of things, or even just some personal endeavors. It's just, you can't spend all day Netflixing. You got to do something, keep the mind going.
That's good to hear, man. That's definitely the truth. We have more time, and yeah, so it's good to know. Now, what has been the we're stuck at home, and like the one thing that I saw personally take off was these challenges, all the quarantine challenges. What have you done any? And like, what has been the one that you're like, I'm gonna skip that one, bro?
Of all the quarantine challenges, it's kind of funny. Of course, everyone that's in the world of physical fitness has their own. And all I kept seeing was like a billion push-up challenges. And, out of all the billion push-up challenges I saw, I think I only saw someone do like 10 actual push-ups. And so I said, well, everybody, as much as people, do body, weight movements, I said, there's still a very large sector of us that love to move some heavy stuff. So I actually started creating some of my own challenges where, we started to move some heavier loads and stuff for those who are a little bit more barbell savvy, have like a Olympic lifting, CrossFit strongman background, just to, let's just do some heavier things. Just because we like, if you like picking up heavy stuff, which who doesn't, then, there. So yeah, I think one I had was, I think it was 10 unbroken hang cleans at 225. That got very interesting. Let's see, 225 back squat where you had to clean from the floor, so there was no racks. And so that is that. And then also some conditioning ones where, it was, 4 rounds of a descending ladder of, a 4-3-2-1 with a 225 dead with burpees over the bar and a 2-minute rest. So, mixing some of those strength elements with the conditioning, hence Spectra strength and conditioning. All right. And so, I just like something to keep people moving, something that keeps people going versus, scrolling through, their phone all day. So some of the challenges have been cool. I've seen some crazy ones. But I think people just find what I saw the Sia shot, take a shot. that just sounds like a bad idea, period, because I've seen some people like, man, you've been tagged like 6 times, bro. You might not get up from all those shots. And so it's kind of funny to see some of those. So some are for fun, some are for fitness. My thing is build you a community that wants to do that. I mean, people have, found me out of nowhere. Like, hey, I saw this. Can I do this challenge? I'm like, I'm not going to stop you from picking up a 225 barbell.
I'm not going to be responsible either, but
yeah, I'm not going to call the police. Like, yeah, they're picking up a 225 barbell. I can't, no, I mean, you're going after it, so we want people to do those things.
That's good to hear. So, what's coming up? I know the lockdown hasn't been extended. So are we going to be reopening as soon as the lockdown is lifted? What are you looking forward to when things go, get opened up again?
I think it's going to be a minute before things get up to normal, and I don't even know if normal will ever be something we'll see for quite some time. But I definitely look forward to having my athletes back in the gym. They are they are one crazy bunch, and our gym is so eclectic and so diverse that the conversations we have, or even the times we have, it's so much. It's such a fascinating place where we learn from one another and stuff like that. So just to be around the energy, to have them back and stuff like that. Of course, I come here and work out by myself, but it's a different feel when you've got the gang running around, or we're able to just go do things and stuff like that. So I just look forward to just getting back after it, just getting back into the world of real world coaching. Coaching virtual is totally different than when I can be there hands-on show, and you can see with crystal clarity that this is how you move and things like that. So, it is definitely, I definitely miss that element of, teaching class and things like that in a in-person perspective.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just having people around in general, besides the people that you're stuck at home with, or like the people you see on your screen. It's like let me interact.
I think this has really boosted our yearning for the human interaction. I think, what happened is we got very tech savvy, and in the process of getting very tech savvy, we became quite antisocial by choice. But then when circumstances strip that away from us, we now are cast in a position where, man, you're just happy to just talk to someone. Right. And it's just crazy. Even if you pass someone in the store, you just start, it's like you start talking like your grandparents, how they used to just, old people just talking. They just talk about random stuff that has nothing to do with anything. But you're just happy to talk to a person, and a person talks to you. I mean, I think we're going to take relationships and connections a little bit more serious on this next or second time around.
Awesome. So we're gonna wrap it up here. What before we go, always ask, like, what's on your stream right now? What are you watching on Netflix, Hulu? What's your show at the moment?
Man, Netflix. Let's see. I actually just started watching Waco. And it's crazy because, 93, I'm only in 3rd grade at the time. And I'm like, this dude is, and it's so funny because, this David Koresh guy, he's actually been mentioned in quite a few lyrics from various artists and various genres. I'm like, who the hell is David Koresh? And it's that. And then, of course, I just finished up Tiger King, and, being from the great state of Oklahoma,
that's right.
And everyone, knowing I'm from Oklahoma, they're like, man, so you're from that Tiger King place? No. Where that city's located, no one cares about in Oklahoma. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it gets hit by a tornado every year. So that's proof that no one likes that place. But it was the craziest thing, because I'm watching these events transpire, and I'm old enough, I was an adult when all this was going on. I'm like, who the hell is this Joe Exotic guy? So, Netflix is really, it'll allow you to expand your horizons. Just got into Ozark upon some requests. And then, the Jordan documentary, the Bulls documentary that they've done. And dude, that is just good. That's just a great thing to watch. So anyone that hasn't watched that, they're crazy.
Man, I'm just going to say, bro, Pippen's agent, come on, dude.
Oh yeah, crushed it. I mean, he's still killing it from this. And so, yeah, that's really it. I mean, I'm really more dialed in with, what the Bulls, that last dance, then of course, some things like Insecure are just kind of fun to watch just because it's just good conversation piece. But that's really all I'm watching on the TV. And that's about it.
Awesome. All right. Well, yeah, let's, just comment below where they can find you. They can find the gym. They can find, like, reach out to you. Maybe like someone wants, like, hey, quick workout or something like that. Drop the plug.
Definitely. You can, find us on Instagram at Spectra Strength. That's all one word. Or Facebook.com/Spectra Strength. If you want to reach out to me personally, it's D_Stut. Or just, shoot us an email, info@spectrastrength.com. And let's get going. I mean, just because you're home, you're stuck in quarantine mode doesn't mean you have some excuse not to work out. Myself and other gym owners, trainers, coaches, we're out here literally built entire environments. All you got to do is just show up and show out.
Awesome. So we're going to sign it off, guys. Again, Georgia Realtor here, signing off. If you're watching this on the replay, feel free to drop a comment, hit a like button, and I think that's going to do it here. So I appreciate, Donald. Thanks for coming on board, kicking this off, and we'll stay in touch.
Oh, definitely, man. You stay safe out there, George, and thanks for having me, boss.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye.
All right, there you go, guys. I appreciate it. And thanks again. Again, if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead, drop a comment. And, any questions, happy to answer them. And signing off.